We are on the final match for Payback 2015. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and to an extent, Kane, Joey Mercury, and Jamie Noble all get involved in a fatal four-way match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And I thought that this was overall a good match because, unfortunately, there was a part in it that sank down. And I think that the energy was just kind of killed, and that was when Kane got involved to begin with. But it started out fun, and after they had that little lull, they came roaring back, and they got the crowd really into this. And it ended up being a lot of fun after that. So overall, I liked it. Not amazing. Not something that I'm going to give match of the year or anything like that. But I liked it. I thought that this was good enough for a B-level rush job pay-per-view. So, kudos. But I think the main thing that we got to talk about here, the thing that everybody really, it was like their standout thing, of course, the momentary Shield reunion that we had.
For one night only. Oh, I'm sorry, I ruined the segment.
Yeah. Why did they do that? God damn.
Because they knew the fans wanted it.
No, not the Shield thing. Why did they refer to this as, one night only?
Because that's what it was.
But they could have been, teasing the idea that these guys were going to stay together.
No, then they look like retards.
They are retards. Look at the way that they normally do the commentary.
I can't.
They celebrated. They celebrated together. They was obviously intending to tell that story, but
no, I think they were just, did this fucking move, and they started testosterone pumping through them, yeah, I just put a guy through a fucking table, yeah. And then when Seth put his hand out, they immediately were like, nah, B. They didn't celebrate together. They didn't fucking.
You just ruined your entire point with Nabi.
I'd love to see Dean Ambrose do that.
I could totally
see.
That's
exactly what Dean Ambrose would say.
Nah, I think that's a Roman Reigns thing.
It's more of a Roman thing. Sup, baby girl? Nah, B. Ooh. I still love the ooh, by the way, and I love how the crowd they'll either do that with them or say boo. And either way, it's still ooh, really fucking loud.
Yeah, regardless of what they want it to sound like, it sounds like whatever Roman's doing.
Eventually, in the background, you hear ooh, earns.
I was saying ooh, earns.
So, what do you guys think about the momentary Shield reunion and sacrificing Randy Orton, which is fuck you, you're not a part of this. I loved it. I thought that was great. Even better, though, I loved what happened afterward with how they turned on Seth Rollins, and then Kane. It's we don't need Rollins. We can do this to just Kane between the two of us, and we'll do it again because the crowd wants to see it again. And then I think it was Roman Reigns had said, "What do you want to do now? Get some beers?"
No, I said loser buys beers.
Oh, loser buys beers. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, "All right, let's go beat the crap out of each other." I saw this match earlier where they were hitting each other in the head. Seemed like that worked.
So yeah. I have something to say.
Say it.
I'm pretty upset that, they put Dean Ambrose in this match just so he could take the pinfall. What a terrible use of Dean Ambrose. Completely burying this great talent. Oh, wait. Randy Orton got pinned, didn't he?
So happy that happened. I wanted it to be Orton.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
You had some criticism earlier about the pedigree. Want to elaborate on that?
Shit.
It was pretty bad, and especially of all people, Randy Orton was taking it, who's taken so many pedigrees in his day. You'd think he would have been able to sell a little bit better.
Probably even more backstage.
Okay. I think there's a sex joke there somewhere, but I'm not getting it.
I wasn't going for that.
No,
remember, I think that Triple H was banging Oksana, not Randy Orton.
So how does that involve Randy Orton taking a pedigree?
Oh, fucking abort this joke.
He was a protege. He had that up you gotta take a couple extra pedigrees.
So he was just walking around backstage hey, Randy Orton, time to take another pedigree.
Yeah, like a hazing thing. And he's like, all right, Trips. And he's like, come here. And then he's like, by the way, I'm going to come to your house in a couple years and we're going to fuck that up too. I'm going to give you the championship, but then I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. I'm the ass kicker. what else did you guys think about this match? Were you positive on it, negative on it, good enough for a main event, not good enough?
I was positive on it. I was a little perplexed originally when they announced Ambrose being in the match. Exactly. Little perplexed why he was going to be in the match, but I realized after watching it that it was probably just written for that spot where they could do the triple power bomb, and then the little with the fist in, and then they both start wailing on him. That was a great spot. I marked out for that one. Overall, kind of overbooked with fucking Kane in there and J&J, but that's how they've been doing it lately. So I wasn't so great about that part, but overall I thought it was a very entertaining match, from beginning to end, especially when both Orton and Rollins, yeah, that's his name, that's the champ, when Orton and Rollins were outside and then Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose were doing their thing. I thought that was a great spot. Of course I knew that neither of them had a chance and Rollins was going to sneak back in, but just seeing them two go at it for a while I thought was really cool. And then Orton ended up getting pinned, and good match. Yeah.
Drew, what did you think?
Thank you.
That was mine for once.
Did not expect that kind of an answer from Drew, but okay.
What was that? Was that the bell from NPR coming back?
I think it was Drew giving it a thumbs up.
Let me just turn that off.
Drew, are you muted again? Because we can't hear you.
Where was you when John Cena was kill?
It was passable. I'll say the matchup was passable. It kept the storyline going. No one really looks worse off for it. It is what it is. For a main event, it was fine. I mean, there really isn't much I could say about it. Like, it didn't break any new ground or anything like that. No one really crapped all over it like a normal Roman Reigns main event. So it was what it was.
In my opinion, I just want to know if you guys would eat a bacon-wrapped pineapple stuffed with boneless ribs.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because this thing looks amazing.
I would go full force on that shit.
You see, that's something you can go full force on.
Bacon wrapped pineapple with what?
Ribs.
Stuffed with ribs. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I definitely would.
Oh, yes.
So that should do us in for Payback, everybody. Tell us what you think about bacon wrapped pineapples and ribs and everything else that we talked about. Leave your comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if not, then you can leave your comments on the Smark Out Moment page itself for iTunes and Stitcher listeners out there. And we have one more thing to do on this episode. We have Fantasy League coming up in the next part. Stay tuned. We're going to wrap that up, and then we will say good evening.